beautiful people. It is a cool rainy day, so we are inside. And I thought today, because it's what I could use, and I'm sure I'm not alone, that we could use a restorative class. So we're going to do some restorative postures today. I do want to clarify that restorative is very different than yin. A lot of people get those two things confused because they involve very long-held holds on the floor using a lot of props. They look very similar. The difference is that with the yin, and I have done a yin video, with yin we're trying to really stretch and strengthen the fascia, the deeper connective tissues between our muscles, so it can be quite a bit achy and a bit intense. It's some very long-held, intense stretches. Restorative is just rest and restore. It's just a chance for your nervous system and your body to rest. So everything that we do today should feel comfortable. Your mind may race a little because we're going to be holding these postures for quite a bit of time, often up to 3 to 5 minutes. So you may get mentally restless, but your body should actually just feel at ease. And over time, the mental chatter will start to slow down. The idea is honestly just to rest and restore. If you end up falling asleep, that's okay. So we are going to be using some props. So if you don't have any at home, I'd like you to take a minute to try and makeshift a few props. We will be using a bolster. So if you don't have a good bolster, find a pillow, roll up a blanket, a towel, find something you can use at home that will serve as a bolster. We might be using some blocks. So if you don't have blocks, again, maybe 2 very firm pillows. You can use thick books, bricks, I don't know, whatever you have. So find something, and when you're ready, join me. I will be doing a lot less talking, which is new for me, because I actually want you to just be able to kind of rest and restore. I do want also for you to be aware that the hardest part of restorative is mental, that kind of slowing down and just being calm and still with your thoughts. So if your thoughts start to get a little racy, it's okay. Just come back to the breath. Say, I'm doing yoga. This time is for me to restore myself, restore my body, my mind, my spirit, and my nervous system, to take a little mini vacation. We will all sleep better tonight for doing this practice. We'll start with a few sun breaths to bring out the sun because it's raining out there. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Last one. Go ahead. Take a twist to one side. Remember, shoulders away from ears, long neck. Reach on that, and the other way. Beautiful. We will start with a nice little seated twist. So I want you to just take the bolster to your hip, take your knees to one side, and all you're going to do is simply lay down over the bolster, facing away from your knees. If this is too intense for you, then go ahead and just face towards your knees. This is beautiful restorative posture. If you want to be able to get a little bit more of a spinal twist out of this, then look away from your knees. This is, by the way, is the restorative version of what we call deer pose. I'm going to often come out of the posture when I'm talking to you, so please stay in the posture even while I'm talking, okay? So if you see me bounce out, stay in the posture until I say the time is up. However, if you need to come out sooner, do it. Listen to your own body. But don't assume that I'm cueing you out until I say so. So I want everybody to just look away from your knees if that's appropriate for the spine, otherwise towards their knees, and close their eyes. So this is known as deer pose, and I want you to just imagine you're a peaceful, calm little deer lying in the forest under a tree, protected from rain and sun, feeling completely safe in this moment, completely held by nature. Perhaps you hear some birds above you, you feel the grass and the ground and the leaves underneath you. Completely not thinking about anything but the peace of this one calm moment. Just take some deep breaths and rest here. done. If you're still with me, come on out for a moment. Give yourself a little bit of a shake out, a little counter pose. You're going to take this to the other side. You can create ocean waves with your legs. And then take it to the other side. And again, you can look towards your knees or away, whatever's appropriate for your spine. And again, just imagine that you are a sweet, calm, beautiful, young deer lying in the forest, completely trusting the earth, trusting nature, trusting this moment. Just be there. And I'll join you. We'll have a minute or so of just quiet lying here. Beautifully done. You are welcome to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to come out, shake it out a little bit. And for our next posture, you may need your block. You might not. We're going to take actually a pigeon pose using the bolster. So I'd like for you to take your shin across the mat and take it up against the bolster or the pillow or whatever you're using. And prepare for your pigeon pose. Now, if you need some support under that other hip, I suggest you use your block or anything else you have to lie down. And we're going to get a deep hip stretch here. I want you to just lie down over the bolster. Now this stretch is a little bit more intense on the hips, so if it's starting to feel a little too achy and intense, feel free to back out. Remember, we're trying to find comfort here. The point of a restorative class is to be gentle with your body, to allow it to actually rest, to heal from any other strains, emotional, physical, or otherwise, that you may be putting your body and spirit through. This is a time to rest and to recuperate. We cannot be the best versions of ourselves if we don't take these moments to heal. We need to heal our bodies and our minds in order to re-strengthen, to reboot, to rejuvenate our batteries. Beautifully done. Come on out, shake that out however you like. We have the other side to do, so yay for us. You can take the block onto the other side, take your other leg forward and take it across. Take the block against your other hip and lie on down. So I'm going to invite you to take this moment, if your mind is wandering, to remember you're here doing yoga. You're here in this moment, right? Every other thing that we're thinking about always has to do with the past or the future. You are completely held and safe in this one moment in time. There's nothing going on right now other than your breath and your heartbeat and the feelings going on inside your body. So take that in. With every breath, say, I'm here now. I'm here. And when at last you feel ready, go ahead and shake that out. So we're going to counter that by a little back bend, a gentle restorative back bend, opening up the heart and the chest. Take the bolster to your hips and just lie on down. Stretching out the shoulders, the heart, exposing your heart up towards the sun, the sky. Countering all those forward folds, all that tensing as we roll our shoulders forward. This is a way to counter that, so just breathe into this. I always like to remind you that back bends and heart openers are so good for your mood. They fight depression. They stimulate the thyroid hormone. So you're doing great medicine right now. This is beautiful, beautiful practice. So just lie here and relax. Allow your shoulders to just gently open up. Part of the point of restorative is to kind of almost seduce our muscles into loosening up in a way that they wouldn't normally when we try and push them a little bit more, like we do in a traditional yang-oriented class, or even a yin class, where we're pushing them to the edge a little bit. Here we're actually trying to seduce them into relaxing by simply being soft. So think of a cloud, be soft, be light. And when you're done with that, you can remove the bolster from your side, shake it out a little. And now take the bolster under your knees. So you're going to raise your knees up a little and just lie here. Feel how that really is supportive for your lower back. I often tell people to find a restorative posture like this in Savasana, where they're taking something under their knees, because it helps kind of take the kink out of your lower back. It helps your back be perfectly flat on the floor and supports your lower spine. For someone like me with a little bit of a curved spine, it can feel really supportive to do this. And this is going to be our Savasana posture. So we'll hold this for just a little bit longer, and we'll just find pure quiet. Feel free to take this as long as you like, and just lie here, breathing. Stay where you are. So I'm going to invite you right now to think of a beautiful lake, a clear, beautiful crystal lake, and imagine there's gentle wind floating over the lake, and there's little ripples, right? And those ripples are all you can see on the surface. They're distracting you from the depth of the lake. And understand that those ripples are your thought patterns. They're your mind chatter. See if you can slowly, slowly cause the ripples to slow down, so you can actually see the depth of the lake. See what's underneath. See how deep and rich and pure it really is underneath. See all the fish, see the rocks, see the colors. And feel free to stay in that posture as long as you like. You can pause the video. When at last you're ready, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and wake up your nervous system. And slowly seat yourself up. Place your hands to your heart. Feel it beating. And let's join our voices in one final Om. Take a deep inhale. Om. Thank you for sharing this healing and restorative moment with me. May you all be well, with infinite love and gratitude.